Welcome to the next of my build videos on the Kyosho Javelin off-road 4-wheel drive. Today we're going to be opening parts bag E. Step 19 is a fairly simple one. As you can see, I've made up the two steering arms or tie rods already to 34mm, and it's just a simple case, he says, of trying to attach them. If we draw back this here to the ball joints, and you will have to bear with me a bit on this because yeah, it's a little bit fiddly. I don't think I can get me chubby hands and everything else in, but we'll give it a go. Yay! Wow! And then we just need to repeat for the other side, hopefully. Mind you, that doesn't seem to be sticking out as far. Oh, but yeah, got it on. Woohoo! There you go, easy peasy. We can move on to step 20, rear hub carriers. Okay, so step 20 is very similar to step 17, where we're installing the what I call half shafts and the ball bearings. So we put the half shaft in with the bearing, and then the second outer bearing goes in, and then these sort of strange, something I've not seen before, 12mm hex adapters with the screw pins, as they're calling them, grub screw pins as I'm calling them. Find the right hex adapter, screw them in, and hey presto, there's step 20 done. One note is installing this ball joint is to leave a 1mm gap, which from looking at it, you know, obviously I don't think it's going to be that critical that the buggy won't run if you don't do it right, but I think a 1mm gap, that may be 2mm that I've got there, but I reckon the 1mm is just about when the thread stops on this ball joint. It shows, the drawing shows it with the thread going all the way up to the ball, but it doesn't. So we can get to 21. Step 21 is the rear suspension, and yeah, one thing or a couple of notes is this piece here, which is OT2042, and it just tells you to note the direction. There are a couple of markings on these, and if you orientate your thing correctly, which I'm not having much luck doing here, there we go, like that. You check the orientation and it pops in. Can't get it in. Oh, there we go. And there's a little M4 grub screw, but it tells you to tighten that up last. So that goes in there like that. We've then got this rod. It's never easy to locate, are they, these things? Well, Oops. Come on. As ever, this was hardly a problem when I was off camera doing the other side, but yeah, as blooming usual. Yeah, no idea. Change hands and it almost goes through, but weirdly it never. There we go. And just to cap it all, we've got another bleeding E-clip, bane of my life. So, come on. Wow. I can't believe that it went on. And then we need the dog bone. And then this. And yeah, not seen this kind of thing before. Come on, thank you. Right, so hopefully that'll go through, and I think it's a 12mm. Yep. And again, there's another note on this to say don't tighten it too tight. Oh. Almost forgot. And there we go. Step 21 complete. Another couple of steps to go to finish parts bag E. So we'll get sorted for 22. Step 28 is the battery holder, or I would say this is the top plate. Got a bit of glue on it, and on this it says remove rough edges with sandpaper is recommended, but I've gone a stage further, and once I've sanded it down I've gone over the edge with cyano just to seal it all up, hopefully. I don't think it's carbon fibre, I think it's fiberglass reinforced plastic. So there's that then. And we've got some plastic bits here. I think these are the front and rear mounts for this plate onto the chassis. And you have to put these nylock nuts in to these housings, but they are a really tight fit, some of them, and to be honest I've ended up using my flat nose pliers just to sit them in all the way. I'm kind of assuming when you screw the screw into them, if they're not quite flush, then the tightening up will pull them in. Just take that bit of rough moulding off. And that's that. And then there's this piece here which is OT2057. No idea what this is for yet, but check the orientation and it pops in there, he says. Except it's not fitting in. My word, that's a tight fit. It's almost sort of all the way in, but not quite. There we go, that's better. So we line that up, and we've got some sort of weird flanged 10mm screw to go in there. There we go. And then we've got this metal roll cage, maybe, which goes in there with a couple of 8mm and that's that bit on. And then we've got these two bits here which are part of the battery holder and go on like so. And what size? 6mm. And then one that side. And I think that's about it, so I'll crack on and put the other 3 screws in and we can move on to 23. Step 23 is the last step of parts bag E and is fitting the radio plate, as it's now been called. So we've got the chassis, we've got the plate, and then we've got lots of screws and things. The front mounts go on somewhere like that. And the rear mounts, when you can see. Well, what can I say other than this kit I don't think is designed to be built on camera. Oh my god, I've just seen my ugly head. So, like so. So we've got the other 2 to do. Oops. And I think what I'm going to do is loosen them off a bit. So that there's some adjustment. So I'll crack on and get the other 2 done and sort out the screws for the rest of it and be back shortly. Okay, so I've mounted all the bits onto this radio plate, as they're calling it now, and I've ended up having to file down these two edges here a bit more and these two here so that it would fit snugly like so. So we can continue on. And then we just need to tighten everything up, so I'll do that. Okay, so radio plate is on and it's looking more and more like a buggy, and quite a long one. I don't know, maybe it's just you know, the bare bones chassis, but it looks quite long. But anyway, with that, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed watching and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers, bye!